What is going on, everyone, in Member Mention Land? This is Kurt Crowley coming to you live. I want to thank you for watching this. I'm just going to be going to do a complete overview as well as a demo of the Member Mention Chrome extension. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to start sharing my screen. And I'm in the Member Mention Facebook group, and I'm going to click on Members. And what I'm going to do is after I install the Member Mention extension, which is available in the Google Chrome Web Store, and I'll show you exactly how to find it. Google Chrome Web Store in the extensions, and for Member Mention, and it's right there. So once you have it installed and you are ready to go, what you're going to do is click on this icon. This is the Member Mention icon. If you don't see it pinned in your bar here, expand out your extensions and you scroll down until you see Member Mention and then click on the pin. This will allow it to stay right here on the address bar whenever you need it. Now, of course, if you're on a different page, you're going to notice that it grays out. Only when you're on Facebook can you utilize this plugin or this extension. So we're going to click on the extension, and we're underneath the Members tab, and what we're going to do is we're going to collect the names. And we're going to allow this until it runs all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to click the stop button, which should only take just a couple of minutes. And then as soon as it's done, we're going to go ahead and tag some people and get them in here watching this overview. So give me just one moment. And should be almost done. We are done. So I'm going to click stop. And it's collected the name. So now if we come back to home for the group, we should be at the actual group where we can see this particular live as well as other posts. So I'm going to do is I'm going to look for recent posts. And we should see me live right here, which we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the tab here and just type in something here real quick. What are your initial thoughts on Member Mention? Extension. And I'm just going to click on the icon here, and I'm going to tag the members. I'm going to do 14, so it gets us down to 160. Every time that you add, in other words, you're going to be tagging people, it removes them from the list so they're not tagged again. So it's running through that as we speak. It'll take just one moment. And then as soon as that's done, I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And right now I'm interacting as the page, which is fine. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask about your Facebook groups. And this is what I normally do is, how many Facebook groups are you a part of? And then I'm going to basically tag members again. And I'm going to choose 20 this time, and I'm going to go ahead and click start. And it's going to start tagging those members. The initial idea of this is to actually be able to use this as a way to interact with your group members. Now, can you use this in groups that you're not a part of? And the answer of that is yes. Yes, you can. So keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is change that there. It'll take just a moment. And put a question mark there. So now that we're able to interact and communicate back and forth, this helps out quite a bit. This is one of the areas that I like about Member Mention is it allows this interaction to build. So the more people that you start interacting with, the more feedback you get with your customers or your audience, so to speak. This is exactly what Member Mention was built for. Let's say that you're wanting to give away something. This is a great way to build interaction. If you're wanting to, let's say if you're running a diet website. You may want to do a live and do interaction this way. Ask your audience questions. Questions are the best way for us to gain knowledge back and forth. So this type of training that I'm doing right now does the exact same thing. It allows us to build a rapport. And do you believe building rapport is needed in business? And I'm going to tag the next members. And this allows, like I said, this just allows us to do this type of communication back and forth. It allows us to build interaction and get more eyeballs on your particular posts and your comments. This is one of the ways that I have been utilizing this software for many, many months now. The idea came to me while I was watching someone do a Facebook Live, and they were tagging 1 or 2 people in the comments, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. And thus, this is how I came up with Member Mention. It allows you to go ahead and do this in an automated process. Gather your members' names and then tag them in your particular posts. Now, Member Mention is for sale right now. If you do not use the link and you just go to Gumroad and look for Member Mention, you're going to notice it's $47 a month. Currently, during launch, and if you use the link that's in the description up above, it will reduce it down to $27 a month. The reason why this is a monthly fee is because I have to have a team of developers watching this, because Facebook makes lots of changes, thus the need for me, in order to keep this running, I have to charge a monthly fee in order to keep those people on retainer and the changes coming. Anyone doing a Facebook thing just for a one-off price, you're probably not going to get a lot of updates, especially with the amount of updating that Facebook does with their user interface. So keep that in mind. So Member Mention is a tool that you can utilize quite a bit. It is best for Facebook groups. If you're an owner of, or you're heavily involved in a group, can you use it in groups that you're not a member of? And the answer to that is yes. Can you use it in other things besides Facebook Lives? And the answer to that is yes as well. However, it's best to get the interaction going. Facebook Live allows people to watch, listen, and hear you talk, and that helps quite a bit. Now, you could do this with recorded videos as well, and use services such as OneStream in order to stream it in. That way you don't have to keep doing live over and over again. You can do it this way. That is one of the ways that I have been able to use this as well. And do you think that using recorded lives or recorded video being presented as live would be as much benefit? When using Member Mention. And I'm going to tag more people. This time I'm only going to do 10. Reduce it down a little bit. Excellent. This is how the actual software works. And every time you post, you usually get a little bit more engagement, because what happens is you get notified that someone mentioned you or commented on, Kirk Crowley mentioned you in a comment in Member Mention, just like that. When you see that, it makes you want to click. We are built in, and Facebook has programmed people to do that. They give more emphasis on Facebook groups now. Facebook gives emphasis on timelines and Facebook groups. In other words, what you post on your own timeline is going to be shared out to others faster than a Facebook page. They want you to do ads in order to gather more people's attention that way. This way, you could use your Facebook group, your audience, which is inside your Facebook group, you can then tag and then utilize this in order to get more eyes on your Facebook Lives, on your posts, on your offers, etc. This is a very powerful system. And this is something that I know a lot of people can utilize, not just group admins. However, it's best for group admins. So if you need anything, please do not hesitate reaching out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer any question you may have. Like I said, you can go to the Google Chrome web store, look up Member Mention and add it in. And then once you add it in, if you don't have a license, you can go ahead and purchase one. However, it's best to utilize the link that's up above here, or on the actual, I'm going to be sharing this out to YouTube as well, on the YouTube description down below. And then it's going to get you in Members Mention for $27 a month. This is a priceless tool that you can utilize on a daily basis. Now, it is a very powerful tool, and you and I both know with powerful tools comes responsibility. And the responsibility is making sure that you don't comment too much. Facebook will limit the amount of times that you can comment, so keep that in mind. So this is one of the things that you want to keep in mind when you're doing this. Ask questions that are needed, not every 2 seconds ask another question. So this is something that I hope that you can utilize in your business, something that you can utilize on a daily basis. And I know that you're going to enjoy the support, because this is a piece of software that I created along with my development team, and we will be supporting this for long time to come. So if you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, and please let me know if there's any reason why you're not thinking about purchasing today, because that will help me build a better offering, a better product. If there's something that's missing, please let me know. If you think something is missing, please let me know if you think something is missing. I take all feedback. And I'm going to tag another 10 members here. Just like this. So this is a great tool. This is one that I know that you can utilize. If you're in business, you're online, you're running Facebook groups, this is a no-brainer. This really is. So I appreciate your time. If you need anything else, please do not hesitate to reach out. Take care.